International students and postgraduate work permit holders, listen up. Just because you went to school in Canada and you worked in Canada doesn't mean that it is a straight road or a direct path to permanent residency. I'm going to bring up a real life scenario to understand that it is critical for you to know when you need to be taking your English test, when you need to be getting your credentials assessed, and when you need to be joining the express entry pool if that is something you're going for. If not, you need to be preparing months in advance of your expiry of your work permit to prepare for the next step so you don't have to go home. I'm not trying to drive the fear of God into you, but you need to be prepared. So here is the real life scenario that we're going to use to help you understand the critical nature of this. Okay, so this person started school in January 2022, completed in August, so a 1-year program. Started working full-time in September 2022. Perfect. September 2023 will be 1 year working full-time. Perfect timing. Things are happening smoothly. This sounds like my situation, exactly like my situation. Received a 1-year permit which expires in January of 2024. That's nice because it's not 1 year from September, so obviously she got her work permit in January of 2023. So it took probably 4 months processing time. So this is perfect because she really got 1 year and 4 months? September, October, November, December, January. 1 year and 4 months. Nice. Now in August is when we connected and she said she's currently preparing to take her English test next month, which means that she was planning to take her English test in September of 2023. Okay. She'll start the PR process soon. Okay. This is where there's a red flag here because what does the PR process mean? Are you going to just apply for permanent residency? We know that that's not how this works, okay? You are likely going to be going through the express entry program, right? And in doing so, you need to join the express entry pool. Now, if you have a 1-year work permit, you need to be taking that English test the moment school is over and you start working. Your English test, especially if you have a 1-year permit, the English test is like a 2-year, it has a 2-year expiry date. Okay, fine. We know that it has an expiry date, so we need to know that it's time sensitive and all of that. But get your education assessed and get your English test done when you're finished school if you know that you have a 1-year work permit, right? So that you are ahead of the game and you can join the pool as soon as you do any of that, even before you get your 1 year, because once the 1 year clicks in, you're going to get an invitation to apply, provided you have enough points. So we reconnected now, and here's it in November, and she said, I'm about to do my test this month, and I haven't submitted it yet. So now her work permit expires in January, which is in 2 months, and I'm trying to submit my documents before my work permit expires. And here's the question she asks. If my documents are submitted, and I don't get a response, can I still work or do I have to wait? The process here from having a work permit is to join the express entry pool, and you have to wait in the pool to get an invitation to apply for permanent residency. Then you apply for permanent residency. If your application for permanent residency is in before your work permit expires, then you have to submit an application to bridge your work permit to get an extension on your work permit while you wait for your permanent residency status or approval. Now, once your bridging work permits application is in, if your work permit expires while this is processing, you fall into what's called implied status, and you can work legally until you get a response on your bridging open work permit application or your permanent residency application, whichever comes first. Then you regain status as something else. But if you don't extend your work permit while your PR application is processing, then you fall out of status. But that only happens if a permanent residency application is in, if you get an invitation to apply for permanent residency. So my suggestion to you is to calculate to see what your express entry points are. See where you stand relative to the draws. If you don't have enough points, then it's going to be pursuing maybe another immigration route, or Hoping for the best. If you find that you are in a place where you're not really sure about your express entry points, you're not sure if you have enough, I think you need to get together with an immigration consultant ASAP. Okay? We don't want this work permit to expire and then there's nothing at the end of it, or nothing before it, or nothing happening to help you progress to the next phase of your immigration journey, right? We don't want you to have to go home. We don't want you to fall out of status. Okay, so you are in a critical time right now, my friend. Please reach out if you need help or if you need guidance. Otherwise, get your test done, get in that pool. I hope you have enough points, and keep us posted. Okay, so that's to you, my friend, who I've been communicating with. And for anybody else who is in this situation, I wanted to make this video because I think it's a good example, just in case you're not fully sure of what the whole process is that this is important for you. Critical timing. Get your English test done, get your credentials assessed. You can't join the pool without those things. All right? So this was a quick one. Critical timing for you. Get it done. If this video was helpful to you, please hit the like button. Subscribe, stick around for more helpful videos like this, and I will see you in the next video.